Good morning. Sean D. Myers here again with another video. Credit repair. This is a credit video. Credit repair is the concept of credit repair is so simple, but the thing that messes people up is not waiting, not having the desire to wait, and it's crazy because of the fact that for if you have anything on your credit report, a collection or whatnot, I want to say you had at least 3 months or so before that company, that bank, that um, hospital, that financial institution try to call you or whatever the case may be before it got to the point where they closed or charged off that account. And it's the same thing, if you want something deleted off your credit report, sometimes it takes a few months to do that. And all it is basically negotiating on your behalf of to get those things removed. There's loopholes. There's uh, flaws in the credit law that allow certain things to slide. And another major point of credit repair, you're not really, when it comes to negotiating removals, it's not you're not really, for the most part, negotiating with the creditor, the collection agency that wrote that account off or charged that account off, or is trying to collect on that account. You disputing directly with the credit bureau, which and to put things into perspective, whatever account status or collection or judgment or bankruptcy or any of that thing, whatever is on your credit right now, that institution, that financial institution, that creditor paid the credit bureau to upload that document to your credit file. The credit bureau itself own that file, can make any edits, adjustments to whatever account is on your particular credit report. So, if you want something off of your Experian report, you negotiate with Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. The same rules applies. Consumer, and all it is consumer reporting. Credit basically work. You got this report card of all accounts you had in your life since your first line of credit, your first trade line. Trade line, what is a trade line? Trade line is any account that is listed on your credit report, good or bad. Um, Now, some quick things to talk about with credit. If you're, say for example, you have a credit report, your score is real low, and the fours, fives, or threes, or what, just the low sixes. 35% of your credit score is basically your payment history percentage. So if you have accounts that charged off, and your payment history percentage dropped to 70, 60, 50%, the only way to bring that up is to get those charged off accounts removed, to delete the history of those payments on your credit report, to automatically bring up your payment history percentage. The other way is to add a trade line, a primary trade line, or primary trade line. That's basically open like a secure credit card or whatever the case may be, to start to add reporting history, to add more on-time payments, to zero out those negative payments, to bring up your payment history percentage. The other way is to use authorized user trade line. So if you know somebody that have good credit, that had a credit account for years, ask them to be an authorized user, and then boom, however many years that account's been open, that's how many years of credit history that's going to be added to your report. However many years, it's 12 payments a month, 12 payments per year that you'll be adding to your credit history based on how many years that they have had that account open. If the account was open for 5 years, guess what? You now have 60 added on-time payments to your credit report. Which what would that do? That will automatically raise your your payment history percentage and probably bring you close to 100%. And the beauty of that is you can do that for as many accounts as you want. There's also paid authorized user trade lines where people actually sell those trade lines to boost your credit score up. But with the difference in paid and versus knowing somebody personally, those effects will only last for a month or two, or however the terms and conditions of that person, that business that's selling those trade lines. And anybody that's going to trade line route, the thing to remember is, that's a short-term strategy just to get your credit good enough to apply for your own credit to to get approved for your own trade lines, your own primary trade lines. And that's what a primary trade line is. It's any account that is actually in your name. Authorized user is piggybacking off of someone else's credit report or credit history. The other 30% is another 30% is your amounts owed, your account balances. So if you have credit cards open right now, what is your current percentage of available credit versus spent credit? So if you have all your credit cards maxed out right now, you automatically lowering your credit score because you're showing that you are reckless with credit. So you go to apply for a new account, you're not going to get approved because they're going to say you have too much outstanding debt. And the way to do that is to basically pay it down. And another thing with that is some people think a lot of people say 30%, pay down to 30%, but people mistake that for saying pay down 30% on each card when that's not really what's being said. It's what's being said is 30% of the total available balances of all your credit cards combined. So if you have 3 credit cards and all the 3 balances of those credit cards equals to $1,000, you want to pay that whole balance of $1,000 down $700 to be at 30%. But in all reality, you want it to be zero. Just zero. The better, the lower, the better. You want to show that you're using the card, but you don't have to max out 30%. You 5-10%. The lower, the better. The lower that you proving your credit worthiness, the lower that you showing that. The goal is to show that you can manage high balances or credit from other people and use their credit as well as pay it back in a reasonable amount of time. So fixing those two things, your payment history percentage and your available balances, that right there take care of 65% of your credit score. Everything else, inquiries and stuff, that'll boost your score, but you want to make the biggest impact on your credit report, fix your payment history percentage by, getting those things deleted, those late payments and all those things deleted, charged off accounts, collection accounts, get those things deleted to automatically bring up your payment history percentage and, add some credit to your credit report. Open up a new credit card or use the authorized user trade line to add in a credit account to your credit report if you don't currently have anything open. And those two things right there, that's what, for the most part, will fix your score to the point where you can, be back in and running to open new accounts, to, get a new car, to get approved for a house. And, all that to be said, I hope you learned something from this little short 10-minute video. And, if you're one of those people that have trouble credit, challenge credit, or, whatever term you want to use, text the word credit to my cell phone right now at text the word credit to my cell phone right now at 443-707-6012. Again, that's credit. Text credit to 443-707-6012. Sean D. Myers, Failureisfiction, and I'm out.